What's going on, good people? In today's video here for Divinity Original Sin, I'm going to give you guys a few tips on how to defeat mangoth, and this takes place during the quest Infiltrate the Immaculates. So with that on, let's get started. So this battle can be a little challenging, a little difficult, and the battle is initiated as soon as we step through the doorway of the secret passageway we just opened up. Now there's a couple of things that you can do. You can actually do some pre-battle preparations before you actually engage mangoth. Though be careful, if you get your party too close to the doorway, as you can see, the dialogue will be triggered, which will lead to the eventual battle. So just set your party up in front of the doorway and make some battle preparations. Maybe you want to activate or summon a few minions for yourself. Maybe you want to do some buffs on some of your party members and whatnot. So do whatever you feel is necessary to your party before the battle is actually engaged, man. Get some advantages as you can, as many advantages as you can in the process, because like I said, this battle could be a little challenging, man. It gave me a few problems, and then once you've made your necessary preparations, step on through the doorway and begin battle, man. So if you summon some minions before the battle, it'll actually be very advantageous. It'll give the enemies something else to attack, as well as it'll give you some more minions on the battlefield to get a couple of extra hits in. Maybe do some damage to mangoth in the process, and maybe take him out before he could do some of his status effects on you and your party members, man. Knock his behind down, do whatever you feel will be necessary before battle. So that's one strategy you could use. Another strategy you could utilize is actually moving your party inside the secret room, providing you cover from the projectile attacks that's coming from his minions, so minimizing any incoming damage that you could take long range. And so that it'll provide some cover for you, so they gotta come to you. Plus you could put some maybe your support characters in the back, maybe some of your tank characters up front to block the pathway. Sometimes some enemies can still get in depending on where you position your characters, man, but it'll allow you to give support to some of your maybe your heavy duty characters, so they could inflict damage on the rest of the enemy minions and mangoth, especially if they're coming in one at a time. And like I said though, even though you might have positioned them in front, enemies might still infiltrate inside, though it may give you the opportunity to land a few attacks when they move past you. And if they all bunched up together, you could do some useful area of attack effects, take out a few minions in the process, man. Maybe take out mangoth himself, and then go from there. Also too, I do advise that make sure you have each one of your party members have an adequate number of healing potions and whatnot. But if you keep utilizing that, eventually, man, you will take them out, you'll be good to go, and then you could call it a day. So that's a second strategy tip you can use. Just bungle up inside the secret passageway. Another thing you can do is to use some candles and some chairs and some debris around the environment to kind of create like a little barricade to block mangoth in and block his minions out, right? So you could really set up a very fortified barrier if you're careful. I really didn't do the best job, so some minions still got in, though it did slow up their advances. So you could kind of really block off those dudes and then take out mangoth himself. Don't really have to worry about the minions getting in close, because when they get in close, they can be very annoying, right? So you could even block the stairways, man, and just move the barrier. Create yourself a little barrier and still do some pre-battle preparations. Do note, if you create a very solid fortified barrier, you do have to be careful because you might block yourself out. So make sure you have the ability to either teleport or do projectile attacks or something to that effect. And so I suggest saving it before you actually engage in battle, just in the event things don't work out well, or you block yourself out too well or block yourself in too well. So once the battle begins, man, you know, just do the same thing once again. You could even run into the room if you want. And though, like I said, even though I created the barrier, minions still got in, though not as many as would normally have gotten close up to me, because they could kind of overwhelm you. And just lay down the hammer on these cats right here, man. So just do your best. Also freeze works well, especially on the fire minion, man. So that's something to keep mindful of. But yeah, eventually if you use one of these strategies, it will be lights out. You'll be good to go from there. Make sure you loot the area, loot the enemies as best as you can, because you might find something useful. And then also too, once the battle is over with, make sure you go inside the secret room and activate or go through the hatch area, this hatch area right here. And then when you go down inside, you will be in Leandra's headquarters. So you might find some more useful items down here. Just be thorough, search the area, and then call it a day, man. So folks, that is pretty much that, man. I just wanted to give you guys a walkthrough for Divinity Original Sin, defeating mangoth tips, showing you guys a few strategies, and this takes place during the quest Infiltrate the Immaculates. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are in the comments below. As always, I appreciate the support. And with that there, fellas, man, I guess I will see you guys in the next video.